All right. Well, thanks everybody for coming today. Welcome to our third in our series of industry-focused AI conversations, where we sit down with leaders who are deploying AI in the real world. We're going to be talking about using AI in the aerial inspection industry today. And I'm Andy Ballester. I'm the CPO and co-founder of EyePop.ai. EyePop.ai is a self-service platform that makes it easy for any team to add computer vision, no matter what machine learning experience they might have. With simple calls, our SDKs let you analyze image, video, and live stream, and you can choose from a library of ready-to-use models for infrastructure, safety, defects, and more, or you can train your own model in just a few clicks on our platform. I'd like to introduce you to Michael Apke, CEO at droners.io, and they're the world's largest network of commercial drone pilots. Thanks, Michael, for joining us today.
Thank you very much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Awesome. Well, can you tell us about your work in helping drone pilots, and how did you find yourself on that mission?
Yeah, so it started, I was a software engineer for about 6 years. And on the side, I did land investing. So there's a big community of land investors out there. And what we do is we buy and sell. There's a lot of different niches in the land investing world. But what we do is buy and sell land across the country. And droners.io was a big part of our business because every piece of land we buy, we use droners.io to find drone pilots, for marketing photos, for marketing videos, and then also due diligence, because oftentimes we don't visit the land ourselves. So they walk the land, they find defects that we didn't see, they find enhancements. So I used that for a long time. And then one day droners.io essentially stopped working. So I looked into it, and the parent company of Droners filed for chapter 7 bankruptcy.
Hmm.
So ended up diving into that, looking in that, and I've always been very entrepreneurial. Always wanted to own my own own my own business. So I kind of dove into that and saw that was going up for Chapter 7 bankruptcy auction. And long story short, ended up finding that, flew to Raleigh, North Carolina, went to a federal bankruptcy court, bid in the hallway of this bankruptcy court, won the bid, bought the asset of Droners.io. The reason I bought it, and kind of from the mission, it was a platform that I used for a long time. And when it went down, and not just me, but a lot of my colleagues used it, knew a lot of people that used it and loved it. And when it went down, it just became harder to find drone pilots. Like, you can still find local drone pilots everywhere, but droners.io is a consolidated place where you can just go one spot, post a job, and you'll get bids by hundreds, or it'll notify hundreds or thousands of drone pilots in the area. We have over 30,000 pilots. And then they bid and you hire. So it's just a consolidated way to find drone pilots. So I believed in the platform, believed in the product. That's what really drew me to it. And then also helping drone pilots as well, like you said in the thing, is helping drone pilots, helping their businesses, right? Helping them find more leads, getting more business. So really connecting. The goal is to connect clients and pilots.
Excellent. Yeah, that's awesome. And there's so many types of industries that use drone pilots. On the website, we see things like weddings, real estate, roof inspection, all kinds of different uses for drone pilots. What's the top industry that hires drone pilots through Droners.io?
Yeah, the tops are probably commercial real estate is probably the biggest, and that's where you just have these very large commercial real estate firms that do thousands of jobs. So that's probably the biggest. We get a lot of land investors where I came from, construction, events, and then probably next is aerial inspections. We do a decent amount of aerial inspections, specifically roof inspections. That's probably in the inspection world, the roof inspections are going to be our biggest.
Excellent. And for that aerial inspection, what things in the drone footage do your customers find the most valuable, and what are they looking for there?
Yeah, so what they're looking for kind of anything that gives them like clear, actionable information. So close-ups, high resolution close-ups for damage. They also want like wide area shots for context. Sometimes they'll use those for mapping as well. Thermal imaging's big, because especially for trying to find moisture, because you won't always see it by the eye, but if you see thermal imaging, you see the cool spots. Oftentimes that could mean moisture, so you can investigate that more. And then even sometimes things like orthomosaics or 3D mapping.
Excellent. Can we see how a customer would come on and hire a drone pilot through Droners?
Yeah, let me go ahead and share my screen.
Sure.
So this is the logged in the dashboard of Droners IO from a client's perspective. We are working on a full redesign right now, so we're redesigning the whole UX, bringing in a more modern framework. But as of right now, this is the current design, and you have two things you can do if you want to. Let's stick just to aerial inspection. Let's say you're looking in the aerial inspection world. We have the marketplace, and that's how we started, and that's what I was referring to, where you can post a job. We have over 30,000 pilots, and then we also have this done for you, which is this is basically place a few clicks, put a little bit of information in, and then we'll take care of the whole job for you, and we'll deliver your photos, so you don't have to worry about hiring a pilot, managing the you don't have to worry about any of that. We just take care of that for you. So I'll show both options here, real quick. So for the done for you, if you need an aerial inspection, and this is what we discussed as well. Well, you pick an aerial inspection. Kind of what we discussed is maybe using some of adding either in the packages or as an add-on some of the tools that EyePop can deliver and some of the value they can bring for these clients that want to use want to use us for aerial inspections. Let's just say you pick a standard inspection, photo inspection. There's a few add-ons here, like a flyover video. Video can be valuable too. I don't know if I mentioned that, but also flyover videos for aerial inspections also important, and something that's used a lot. And really, all you do here is you add the location, add some information of scheduling, hit next, and you pay for the order. We'll get the order. We'll hire the pilot. If there's editing involved, and usually in these there's not editing. But let's say we add options for EyePop, we could get the report done for you through your SDK. And then the other option is our marketplace. So this is our marketplace. This is a traditional marketplace, been around for over 10 years now. So what you do for the marketplace, and I'll walk through this real quick as well. You type in a location, and let's just say you want roof inspection. Yeah, and you can add some, we have some questions about the scheduling. Let's just say you need it on a specific date. You can put the date. You can say I'm flexible, done within a week. You can do multi-pilot jobs. You can make recurring shoots all through our platform. Put your budget on here. Let's just say your budget's $250. If there's editing required, you can ask for that as well. And then you have some additional information if you want an entry level, intermediate, advanced pilot. You can say how long they're going to be on the site. If you have capabilities you want them to have, like say you could add thermal here if you need thermal mapping, things like that. If you know, most people don't fill this stuff out though. They don't really, it doesn't matter all that much unless you're pretty specific, unless you have a lot of knowledge about the drone industry, like what drone they're using. Then you hit next.
And for the level of the pilot there, what are some of the things on the upper end of the expertise when needing a pilot?
So yeah, depends on the industry. But generally the higher end, like if you're looking for expert, if you're looking for like orthomosaic mapping, where they'll take multiple images, stitch them together, that's generally something you'll need expert. Sometimes for the experts would more likely if you need thermal imaging, because not everybody has that capability. Not everybody has drones that have that capability. So that would be one as well. That's kind of specific for the aerial inspection if you need things like that. And sometimes just quality, like if you're looking in, let's say you're in commercial real estate or you're in land, for like 3D panoramics, specific types of marketing videos, things like that. If you just want, not necessarily generally on average higher quality, but more experience as well.
Excellent. Awesome. Well, that's easy enough to post a job.
Yeah, and I wanted to show one more thing.
Do droners then apply for the job, or do you guys set the customer up with a specific droner?
Yes, great question. And that's exactly what I wanted to show here. So, and if you have any attachments, so some people have, you can put that in location, but like KML files, any images, you might have mapping, boundary lines, anything that droner would need to know, you can post this here as well. Then you post the job. And so this is what I want to show you. You get a list of recommended pilots. So let's just say we start inviting some pilots to the job. and you can shortlist pilots. I'm not going to make this, I'm not going to approve this job, so it's not going to go live. But what
Sure.
you'll be able to do is, so then you'll have over here, you can chat. So pilots will bid. You can reach out to them, but then pilots will just start bidding, and you'll start getting these bids. You have these bids here. You can access them from the dashboard, and you'll have a chat open with all your pilots, so you can ask them. This job's not approved, that's why there's no messaging. But this will be an open message platform. You can ask them about their insurance, ask them about their experience, ask them to show you their portfolio. And then what you can also do is view their portfolio. So we have this guy here, Midwest Drones. You can see on Droners, he has 2 reviews. He does have a portfolio here. So he has some images that he's worked on, some video. You can view their reviews. So we have some pilots that have thousands of reviews too. So it's different things. We have newer pilots, more experienced pilots. So it's just a way to vet. To vet them, and you can message them. You'll have different bids. You'll have some that are more expensive, generally with the more experienced pilots, some that are a little bit less expensive, so you can pick from there. So that's really the value of the marketplace. And then as an alternative, we have that done for you option, where you can just hire. You don't have to worry about hiring who the pilot is. We take care of everything for you. We put everything together in deliverables and deliver.
That's excellent. Very cool. Is there anything else in the product that we should see?
I think that's good as a base. I mean, there are more advanced ways. Like I said, you can shortlist. You can also look on a map. We have a pilot search on the map. So you can have your thing. You can look at all the pilots within 60 miles. But I think it's like a base knowledge of how the product works. I think that this is good, especially
Awesome.
for people that haven't used it before. We don't need to go in. I don't think we need to go into the advanced features.
Okay, cool. Well, that looks great. That looks very easy to use. And then how much time does it usually take to turn around a bid into an actual job?
It can be quick. What I would recommend is, like, when I was posting there, you could say, need this done ASAP. You can start getting bids. Sometimes you might have to pay a little bit more for that if you say, hey, I need you there today. But that happens pretty frequently, where you can get people, drone operators, out on the site today, like this day or tomorrow. But you just want to put that in the title, and then maybe you might have to pay a little bit more. Say, hey, okay, I need extra $75 to get out there today because it's an emergency, or if you have or it can be if you have plenty of time, you just schedule, say, hey, a week out. But that's the nice thing about the marketplace, is you'll get a lot of different bids, so you have different levels of availability, and you can kind of pick from there. And then done for you, we have priority turnaround, but that can be anywhere from 48 hours to 72 hours to maybe 4 days.
Excellent. So thanks for giving us a look at the product. It looks great. And so
Thank you.
As you know, you deal with visual data all the time. And in your industry, you deal with not just regular images and video, but all kinds of different visual data, including ortho maps and all kinds of stuff like that, and hyperspectral as well in the thermo. So how does AI derived data drive better decision making, specifically in the inspections that your customers are looking to do?
Yeah, I think the biggest value of in that is the time saving aspect, because you could have an inspector taking hours going through looking for looking for different issues. So just the time, like being able to flag different areas to dive into more, different risk levels, and you guys can go into your product more of how you do that. But I would say that's the biggest thing, can be the time saving, and then also just reducing. I think the benefits using AI and humans together, and then just reducing the risk of human error, maybe catching things that humans wouldn't catch, and then still having a human look over it afterwards, just to make sure everything lines up. But I really think, especially like insurance companies, some inspectors, they do thousands and thousands of these a month. So just being able to save time and save that manpower, so they can work on other things and just be more efficient. I think from my perspective, that's number one.
Yeah, that's what we see across a wide range of industries. Is AI there right now to save human attention, to draw human attention towards things that have higher risk of being a condition that they want to find in there. Ultimately, you want an expert in the loop of that process, but
Mhm.
their expertise is expensive and rare, and we want to make sure we're using it in the best way. So if we can save them time to highlight certain things within a set of imagery, that actually is a lesson we've learned across a wide variety of industries. So makes total um, in kind of today's day and age, and with where you are, what blocks you from doing more with Vision AI today? And we've seen, like, it's there's technology expertise needed, there's talent, there's cost, there's regulations. So what are some of the things that you're seeing that are blockers for you?
Yeah. Excuse me. I think the two main things are maybe partially just education, not knowing much about it, not knowing it's available, what the use cases are, what it can do, how powerful it can be. So that's probably a big factor. And then also, while we've had as you saw there, we had the marketplace and we had the done for you options. Those done for you package jobs are newer, so we haven't had a real need for it, because if you order on the marketplace, you're basically in agreement with whoever the drone pilot is you hire. They deliver all the products. We're connecting the pilot and the client together, so we didn't really have a need for it. But now that we have these package jobs and we're delivering a product, we're offering a service, we have much more need. We have potentially a need for it. So I'm looking into it more now because there's a need for it, but also not really knowing, really until talking to Brad and talking to you guys, not really knowing that much about this type of product.
Awesome. Yeah. So we also see that a lot as well. It's like there's
Mhm.
space is moving so fast. It's often hard to know even what's possible out there right now. And
Mhm.
that's why I love chats like these, finding real world uses that where
Mhm.
folks actually save real time here. Have you tried other computer vision tools in the past?
Not in terms of inspections like this. Like where I've looked at into AI is looking for like image enhancements and just increasing the quality of our images, and maybe doing blue sky, like changing the color, things like that.
Mm,
Color correction.
sure.
I don't think that is a broad term. And as of right now, we're not really using any tools like that. I have editors on staff, full-time editors, and they do things by hand. There's different tools you can use, but did look into that. That's really where I've looked into it in terms of image correction. And then I have not tried any other tools. I've looked into EyePop.ai, and we've talked about partnering on for some of our inspection, and potentially other things as well.
Awesome. Well, kind of forward looking, this space is moving really quickly. So where do you see the biggest opportunity for a technology in Vision AI, specifically in aerial inspection over the next couple of years?
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's got a big opportunity to grow, just as it gets better, as it gets more well known. Similar to what I said before, in terms of saving time, and maybe even getting good at predicting future risk, or if something's about to fail, or if there's a risk in an area that there might be a water pool here later. This structure might be close, like where something's about to crack. If it can start predicting, kind of more than just a risk analysis, but start kind of predicting and even giving condition scores of the whole thing, things like that. So I think as that advances, and I might, maybe you can do some of that stuff today. So maybe some of that's already there. Not an expert on that type of the product, but I think as that advances, that could be a you know, and just for monitoring entire structures too. But I think that could be a big thing.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I love that. And if AI could extract just magically any insight from the images and videos that your drone pilots are producing, what would be the most useful to you and your customers?
I mean, I think right now it's still what they look for now, where they're looking for cracks, damage, safety concerns, compliant issues, water pooling, overall condition. Just being able to do that faster and better. That's probably where the most value is, because that's generally what they're looking for, in terms of right now.
Excellent. Well, Shiroz, he's our account engineer for EyePop.ai, and he'd love to show you some of the reports that we've put together in our visual intelligence reports tool around visual inspection of drone footage.
Awesome. Thanks, Andy. Yeah, this is really exciting for us because today's demo is a part of our rollout for the new visual intelligence reports feature. So our reports tool lets you extract properties and ask questions across large batches of images. So let me go ahead and share my screen and give you guys a look. Can you guys see my screen here?
Yeah. That's good.
Awesome. So I'm going to walk you guys through actually creating a report and just going to show you a few examples right after. So once you're on our dashboard here, you can just click this button to create a new report. And the first step is to name your report. So for here, we can just name it roof inspection. And we have some templates already created, and these templates are basically just questions we've already predefined so that, if your use case is here, you can just click on it. You don't have to create your own questions. So if I click on roof inspection here, you can see that these are all of the questions we already have listed. But if I were to go back and click standard report here, you can see the questions are different. So depending on what your use case is, you can check out our templates. But actually going back to that roof inspection set of questions. So here are these questions that we are asking. We're asking what type of roofing material is this? Does this image show damaged or missing shingles? Does this image show structural damage? Is there any gutter or drainage issues? Does this image show moss, algae, organic growth? And if we wanted to remove a question, we can just simply remove one. And if we wanted to add one back in, we can just add in a question. And once we have our questions set, we can click continue here. And now we can just upload all of our images. So I've already had some images uploaded here. And once you have them all uploaded, you can just click continue. So you can see our images that I've uploaded are images of a roof taken by a drone from an aerial point of view. The next step would be to click continue and then generate the report. But now I'm going to go ahead and jump over to a report I've already generated. So here, this is the report I've already generated, and let's walk through it together. So here, this is a picture of a house with solar panels on it. And when I asked if there's any visible signs of roof damage, we got the response that there's no visible signs. We asked if we can identify any overgrown vegetation or trees encroaching on the property structure of power lines. There's no overgrown vegetation or trees. We asked if there's water pooling on the flat roofs. There's no signs of that here. There's no evidence of wall damage. We asked if there's solar panels present, and if so, what condition they are, and it picked that up and it said solar panels are present and appears to be in good condition. We asked about the driveway, the walkway, and if there is any visible cracks or potholes, and there seem to be none in here. We asked questions around blocked gutters or damaged gutters, and all of the gutters appear to be intact. Let me go ahead and jump to another image like here. So here we can see it is saying that there are some trees close to the property, but none are actually encroaching on the structure or power lines. And when we asked it if their driveway is showing any visible cracks or potholes, it said that yes, this driveway shows visible cracks and wears. And it's saying that the landscaping is maintained. There's no visible soil erosion or boundary issues. Focusing on the roof more here. When we asked if there's any visible signs of roof damage, such as missing shingles, cracks, or discoloration, it said that there is a visible missing shingle and warping on the roof. So it's able to identify these really granular things from these images here. If I click on this image of this roof here, it's saying that yes, this visible roof damage is missing and there's bent metal sheets, there's overgrown vegetation, there's no pooling water, no evidence of structural additions onto the property. There's no solar panels present. And I'm getting pretty good results here. And if there was something where we wanted to change up, we can just click on here and, delete something or add it back in and just save that, edit our reports. And yeah, so this is one example of our roofs demo. And if we were wanting to show this in a different format, we can actually go here and click download PDF. And we can see a nice PDF styled summary of our results with everything summarized here. So you can see all of our results and we can share this with people. But this isn't a roof inspection template. This was just a template I made. when you actually click on the roof inspection template and you download the PDF, you will have this formatted PDF where you can see all of the issues detected on the roof. You can update things like the roof type, property address. You can add in your own report ID. You can share this with your customers or an insurance company to back your claims or quote, etc. And yeah, so that's our reports product. And if you have any questions, please let me know.
Yeah, so by default, we know it answers in those sentences. What if I just want like a yes, no, or a true, false for some of these things to connect into another system?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we can just in our question when we're asking, when we're forming that questions like over here, we can put in parentheses yes/no, and our system will know that we want that response to be in that format of just yes or no. For example, here when I said are the gutters metal or plastic or other, and I gave it into this format, it knew to give me my answer in that same format.
And then what if I want to like do a graph or some sort of roll up table in a spreadsheet form?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we can actually download all of our results into a CSV format. And let me spit that for you guys here. If we want to do some further analysis on our response, we can turn this into a CSV and then write up a Python script to sort of visualize this, see the frequency of different responses for different questions, and a ton more of potential data analysis we could do with this data in this format.
Excellent. And for a product like Michael's, where they may not want to have the drone pilots or customers come to EyePop to get these inspection reports, how would they interface with the system there?
Yeah. So if they didn't want to come to EyePop to create the reports, they can do this through our API, where they can ask these questions programmatically, and they can get their answers in a JSON format to then power their own products and have that data streamed directly into their own applications. So, not having to come to our platform, but actually just using our API to do all of that.
Awesome. Okay, great. Well, thanks, Rose, for walking us through that. That looks great. And yeah, we'll wrap up here. Thank you, Michael, for being here today. That was excellent. I learned a lot, certainly. For the viewers on YouTube after we post this, if you'd like links to get in contact with Michael or EyePop, we'll have links in there for that. We'll also have links to droners.io and relevant things if you are looking to hire a commercial drone pilot. It's a great marketplace to go out there and do that. And so just let us know.